Don't clap. Do not clap. It infuriates me every single time.
Welcome to the Ain't Shit Show. I'm out here with my good friends Marcos and Ruben. It's Ivy, and welcome. And we're back. And we're here.
And
Hello.
And we're queer.
And yeah, I certainly am. I have a lesbian wife, and I am myself a lesbian.
I've been like everyone's gonna ask me.
Oh, quick note. Sorry. Quick note. Shogs could not be here. He is sick. Yeah. Please, everybody, wish him well. Patreon.com/the Holy Collective.
He's got ligma.
Yeah, he's got ligma testicles.
He's got a terrible case of ligma. Finally.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, people are gonna ask immediately, Marcos, what have you been up to? You know, what have you been up to? And the answer is listening to about 18 to 14 hours of podcasts and audiobooks a day, which is very bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I keep telling you.
Health. But like, music doesn't hit the same. The only time
no, because 18 hours of music a day isn't the same thing either.
Yeah, and like I've listened to everything at this point. The other day I found myself listening to chainsaw noises. Like I found like a YouTube I found a YouTube that was just a compilation of different industrial noises.
You know what you should do actually? You know what you should do? And I just thought of this. If I had 18 hours a day where I was listening to like audio shit, I would actually probably be trying to learn another language. No, I'd probably be listening to like NHK broadcasts and like trying to learn Japanese.
No, I would never. I can't, because that requires you to pay attention.
Not really.
Right?
You know, like you just kind of keep going through the same thing over and over. It's like studying. Like you can do studying while you're like kind of half paying attention.
You know, yesterday I had the whole kitchen listening to hard bass for fucking 8 hours.
Yes, dude. Yes. Vibes immaculate.
One guy was even like, I don't know what he's saying, but I want to learn.
Yeah. Russian hard bass just slaps like that. But the other thing that I've been doing also is that I've been doing extremely problematic bits in my LLV to deal with the heat.
To nobody, yeah.
To nobody.
Did they fix your fucking AC, dog?
It's not even the matter. It doesn't matter at this point. It's the windows roll down. The fan blows fucking just hot dust in your face.
Cool.
So you're like gagging from like the dust that it accumulates. There's no fucking way to win in this fucking stupid.
Bro, you have your own Miata.
Yeah. It sucks. And then anyway,
exactly how I live every day.
Maybe here's the things I would start doing, right? And I don't know if you would get in trouble for this sort of thing, but like when conditions get bad in an area and I have to continue being in that area, I will start adding layers of protection. So like for about 3 weeks, like during the spring, if you see my ass outside, I'm wearing a toboggan hat, lab goggles, and an N95 like dust mask because of the fucking pollen.
I wear now I wear a shamag.
Yeah, okay.
I have long sleeves on and long pants. I wear these like cop boots, these like cop combat boots.
Which are usually pretty comfy.
By the way, it makes no sense that I've been looking for shoes for months. And like, because every time I buy, I like almost go through like a pair of shoes a month. Right. Yeah. And I've been buying like $50 bullshit shoes.
Yeah.
And I finally just said, fuck it. I will buy something that is looking good. And I did a bunch of research, looked all over the place. The postal shoes. If you go to the postal Reddit and you look up like the postal shoes and stuff, they'll talk about how like all these postal shoes will fucking literally just be destroyed within the month if you have a walking route because they're meant for driving routes. Because everything is built for driving. Everything's built to drive and stuff. Nothing is built for walking routes. Right?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so like what you needed to do was basically like get some Millsap boots.
So I looked into military. I was looking at
some
military.
like some Operation Desert Storm shit.
Yeah, and I did. I looked into the military. I looked into like all this stuff, and they were like, these aren't good for pavement. They get destroyed by pavement. They're good for like outside, like in.
Oh, so the cop version of that makes sense because those motherfuckers are always walking around on pavement.
Yeah, well, I looked into it and finally found the cop version of these like Under Armour boots. And then these are specifically made for law enforcement. And then I was like, I put them on. They're incredibly comfortable. They're so comfortable. They're crazy comfortable. They breathe well. And like they have this little recoil thing on your heel, like a spring back. So it helps you,
like an assisted walking kind of thing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's crazy.
Propel you forward. That's
how all those fucking fat ass cops that just kind of waddle around like manage to walk normally.
I was like, why would they specifically build and target this technology for dickheads who sit in SUVs and watch TikToks all day? I've never
Because
seen a cop in my life run
for the
ever.
same for the same reason that they have fancy as shit cars and toys and like
Yeah,
all the other shit that they have, and it's because they have that money.
yeah,
And if they don't spend it, then they can't justify needing the money. So
yeah.
they just spend it on nice shit.
And I got so much beef with it. I hate the post office now. Listen,
Yeah.
I love the job. You have to
Yeah.
understand. I love the job. The
Yeah.
job is awesome.
Yeah.
Right? I love being a part of my community. I love
Yeah.
helping people.
I
I
love
love
seeing my local postal worker.
I love my fuck ass union that does nothing, but I still love them because, like we're people and we're all in this shit together,
Yeah.
right? I fucking cannot stand the US government. Right? I've never been
We're
more
back, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
I've always been like, yeah, fuck the government. But now
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
really
the
like,
mayor, fuck the mayor, fuck the no, but actually fuck the U.S. government
yeah,
this
fuck
time.
the entirety of the US government. If you are in Congress, if you're a sitting member of Congress,
You should be fucking ashamed of
yeah,
yourself.
you should. If
Like,
you are a
honest to
city
God,
council member,
consider an inelegant way out of existence.
yes. If you're a city council member, right? Fine, it's not safe for you in these streets, dude. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you're a comptroller, your ass is getting
Well,
beat
hold on
down.
now. Are we talking about only like official comptrollers, or because I'm a vibes comptroller
Oh yeah, it's
for
fine.
a
No,
satellite or
it's
what
fine. You
are they
can you
fucking called? Network
network
states.
states. Yeah. I love being a mailman for a network state. That's my personal. That's
Yeah.
my. Actually, I am kind of like I have a title. I
There's
think.
actually a non-zero chance that you delivered like any of those zines that we
I
sold, by the way, because a
maybe
shit ton of them went to the San Francisco area.
area. Yeah. You know what though? In all honesty, what I genuinely believe for real, right, is that
Yeah.
like I do have a I do have a function in that network state,
Mm-hmm.
and it's working class faggot. That's what I did. Because I don't think anyone else there has a
Approved.
I don't think anyone else there has a job that like
No,
you
they're
know
all
what
tech guys.
yeah. Like none of them if you can sit and watch like a couple episodes of like, fucking or like listen to a bunch of stuff and like if you can tweak out about the future
Yeah.
and then you've lost the plot. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like I I can't imagine next week. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm,
No, me neither.
I don't even know.
Like,
what
I have
next
a
week is
work
gonna.
from home job, and I still like I can't imagine what the fuck is happening next week. I
Yeah,
have a
like
beach vacation now tentatively planned for the 4th to the 8th of
yeah,
next month.
they my a few weeks ago, my supervisor pulled me aside. This is crazy when your supervisor like cares about you as a human,
That is
'cause-
crazy, dude.
yeah, because
Actually, I've had one good boss in my life, like
well,
one genuinely good boss, and I miss him.
he's not good.
My
He's
current
not,
boss
he's not a good
is
guy. I
okay.
think this is more out of self-preservation than anything else.
Oh, okay. Well,
But he pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, you seem pretty stressed." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We got some vacation coming up soon. You could take it." And then I was like, "I can't afford it." And he's like, "What do you mean you can't afford it?" And I was like, "Well, because I wouldn't be getting any overtime, and like I need the overtime." And he's just like, he was like looking at me, and he's like, "You can't afford vacation." He's like, "What the fuck kind of world are we living in?" Like he walked away like troubled. Like he was like, "Fucking, what the fuck is wrong with the world? What's going on?"
oh shit!
Like he
Walked
like,
away with an existential crisis.
yeah. And I'm over here like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, I don't know if 2 weeks could kill me. 2 weeks could literally kill
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
You infected him, bro.
Yeah. He literally
Brain
walked away
worms.
like a look on his face went from like, hey, I think you'd be good. I think you've been working a lot. I think this is a good idea. You went from that to leaving like, what is wrong with the world?
Yeah, something's wrong with
Yeah.
society.
We've
Society has
completely-
failed us somehow.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, dude. So, anyways, it's whatever. I don't care. Whatever. I'm having a good time. I'm tee pilled.
Yeah.
I've been doing extremely problematic impressions of RFK. I've been doing like avant-garde RFK impressions.
How are your impressions of RFK problematic, man? Are they racist on top of it, or like
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yeah. I was doing.
Yeah, they are. They're
Yeah,
extremely
Indian.
racist.
I was doing Indian RFK.
Oh God.
Yeah. you can. I did British RFK.
Patreon.com/the Homie Collective.
I might do that as a $10. I might do the. I was doing a Joe Rogan, the Indian Joe Rogan podcast, which is for me the humor was the name itself, not the
Yeah.
accents. The accents don't matter. It's not the point. It's Jogandar Rohandish is very funny to me. Right, it's Jogandar Rohandish experience fucking gets me. It's just so funny, right? Ivy's cooked her brain. She doesn't want to laugh.
I was imagining just it was called the Indian Joe Rogan podcast, and it was a bunch of guys that do not look like Joe Rogan.
No. This is just a guy named Jogandar Rohandish, and he just is talking. He's literally doing the same thing as the Joe Rogan podcast. That's it. There's no. I'm not being racist with it. It's just the same thing. Just imagine the Indian accent.
Yeah,
and that's it. It gets me every fucking time. And then I've been doing British RFK, which is very funny to me. That one got me really good. French RFK.
Yeah, okay. Can we get a British RFK like spin right now?
It takes me a little.
Yeah.
Hello, governor. They're going to tell you that you shouldn't drink the Times and eat the eels, but you absolutely can because it's good for your health. It's alkaline, and the shit in the Times is actually really good for you.
That's so good. It's so good.
But yeah,
Now you had me as soon as you started talking about how safe the Thames is to drink.
It's good. The alkalis in the doodoo.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I missed you, man.
Yeah. I've just been doing stupid shit like that to entertain myself.
Yeah.
Like I was planning on taking one more week to get back because I just wanted like to really get. And then I heard the latest episode. I heard Shaggy singing like a song about being gay, like "Come on, daddy, let me fuck your butt," and I was like, God, I miss it so much. I miss you guys. Like I miss it. I miss all this.
That's
I
what
miss
got
it
you?
so much. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Damn. I miss it.
Because that's the shit that we like used to. I mean, that's basically all of the middle version of the podcast was like when I first joined. We were just like discount cum town, like but gay.
Me and Ruben. We were going on hikes for a while there, like, and then every time we would go, me, him, and Dami, we go on a nice hike. And it always started out really nice, like a nice, like we'd be walking.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Ruben would start singing like fucking like just any. What was the one you were singing? Like
I was singing like gay butt rock covers.
Yeah, well, I was like, I'm the man in my ass. Like I was singing, like. What was the other one? I can't remember. The Incubus.
Yeah, we were doing.
Like I sucked his toes and licked his ass. I called him daddy.
1,000 buttholes staring back at me.
Yeah, we were doing that. And Dami was like on the verge of a fucking existential crisis. She was like, "Please stop, please."
No. What did she say? She's like, I'm gonna walk behind you guys so I can't hear you.
Yeah. Because we were fucking going crazy. We were hitting them all. We were playing the hits. What's it?
Shit, I'm trying to think of like a
Last night.
Tool 46 and 2 one right now.
Last night I
coming
Last night.
4 inches
into no, hold on into him.
Yeah.
I've been fucking men again.
Exactly.
I've been hitting on his belly.
My penis, my penis hard. I've been coming in the car.
Can
that's-
you fuck my anus?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ,
what
if we ever get together like physically in a place, it's gonna cause like some sort of like localized like singularity.
I
It's
want
gonna
to
suck
do-
in the room into
I
a
wanna
black
get-
hole.
I think either this
My
year or
dream
next-
is that we have a live show someday.
Yeah, this year or next year, I'm gonna try and figure out how to do a live show somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. I know the problem is that we would all have to go to the only place I know that would host us for a live show is Mary's Bar in fucking I think it's in
Well,
Atlanta.
so I know a lot of the folks at the bars and stuff around here too. So like
Yeah.
you could like a lot of the like we could probably if we had the numbers to prove it, we could probably secure the Cradle back room. I
Yeah.
think that's got like a capacity of like 1 or 200.
Yeah.
We could almost definitely do like local 506.
Mary's
Maybe we should cut this part out.
Yeah, yeah,
This
no,
is really
Mary's bar-
hyper local shit.
Mary's bar. I just got a Mary's bar in Atlanta is like it's a trans bar, right? It's like a trans girl bar, and it's also like a feral gay bar. I don't know how to explain it. Like everyone who works there is like is gay, is ain't shit show gay, which is like dangerously gay, like on
Yes.
a watch list gay. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so many people early on in the pod had reached out to me and being like, we closed the bar.
Like
when we're
46 and
cleaning
two,
up.
46 and two dicks inside of me. There we
Four-
go. I got it.
4 inches in dudes. I've got 4 inches in dudes is pretty good, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
So I love the idea of like fucking a guy and you have just the smallest dick possible.
Just a tiny inch.
Yeah, I love
just
it.
a little ass penis.
That's amazing to me. I love like that's really beautiful to me. Like
Yeah.
that's powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So fuck, what was I saying?
Talking about how hyper gay Mary's is and how
Yeah,
it's
they were-
full of feral ain't shit show style gays.
They would reach out to me all the time and be like, when we're cleaning the bar after hours, we put your shit on the PA system and everything.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So like yeah, like that's the goal. That's the move.
Okay. Yeah, we
Right.
could do that.
When was that?
Yeah. This is like years ago, like 3 or
Like,
4
what
years
episodes
ago.
are coming out?
I don't remember. It was definitely post Greg. It was post Greg.
Thank God.
Yeah, it was post Greg.
I'm glad I killed the Greg era. No offense.
We
I like Greg. I do miss Greg.
I do
Yeah.
miss Greg. I
Yeah.
do miss Greg.
but
But
the
you know,
chaos.
funny in its
There was
own
too
right.
much chaos. There was too much chaos.
It's,
There's
yeah,
too-
it's very chaotic.
yes.
Not because
No, there
of
was
him.
there was there
Not
was
because of
one
him, though.
episode I did straight up throw away because usually I accepted each one as a challenge.
Yeah.
And
No, I
one of them
remember.
just had, I think it had like 25 people that had been on it at some point, and I got to like mixing the I think 6th audio track, and I was
I
like, no,
remember that.
fuck this.
I remember that.
The
'cause we
audio
used to
quality on this is so bad.
We used to have such a psychotic way of running the show, which was I love that this is the ancient show look back. We're doing it right now.
Yeah,
This
it is. Well, I mean, we're about to do the fucking rebrand of season 2 of the Ain't Shit Show, so like it
Yeah,
makes sense.
season 2.
Like,
Yeah, we
it's
gotta
nice to
we
do a
gotta
little look back.
Shaw, me and
fucking 4-year season.
yeah, dude, it's been longer. We started in 2017.
Yeah,
Started the podcast.
8-ass year season
Damn.
with
Yeah, dude.
2 arcs, like,
Yeah, with
like 2
2
or 3 major arcs.
A bunch
Don't
of
worry, guys.
arcs.
Season 2
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah, there was like 30 different arcs.
We had like a
4 different
55.
careers.
It was like a 55 episode long season of Digimon or whatever. You know what I
I
mean?
fucking- I've had
Better,
4
Ancient
separate.
Show or One Piece.
Yeah, I've had 4 separate careers under this stupid ass podcast.
Yeah,
Right?
I've
and,
lived in 3 different places now.
Yeah,
4 technically, actually.
crazy.
Yeah,
Insane.
I've
3
moved
different
12
cities.
times.
Yeah, sure.
Or 3 different like
Ruben
places.
Ruben unironically has moved like 12 or 15 times. It's so,
I'm so glad you're not like Kukuracha anymore, man. Like
I literally every time my friends move, I always
hold on.
volunteered. I always volunteered. Be like, oh, I'd love to help you move, dude. Ruben, no, you're done. I'm never ever helping you move again.
Forever banned.
Yeah, you're banned, dude. You're banned. If you gotta move again, you gotta do that shit on your own, dog.
I gotta like, if I have to get you to help me move, I gotta like,
I'll be
just
right back.
like, hey, can you help me move this one thing?
Yeah,
Just do that over time. I just
like
need to move
100
this-
calls in a
I just
day.
need to move this. I'm selling it to this dude in this empty apartment. You already Venmoed me. I just need.
Yeah,
someone
I just
to help
gotta
me pick
bring
up.
it to him. I gotta bring it to his spot, dude.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about you last night because I literally saw one of those gay songs and it was a bunch of dudes in a room and one of them was like, I wanna, what was it? It was like, I'm sucking dick, I'm gay. And then everybody else, I fuck a guy, I'm gay, yeah. It's like a room full of guys and they're all, dude, it's so good.
I saw the other one where it was like, give me the meat, boy, and free my whore.
Bro.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, so yeah, looking back, I mean, how many years ago was that when they were saying?
2017. How many? 2017 is when it started. Is 21. what now? I don't know,
After Greg,
2025.
that had to be like 2022 or 2020.
It was definitely
2020.
post COVID. It was post COVID.
Yeah, it must have
It
been
was like
21 or 22.
yeah, it was either 21 or 22. I remember that
So
there
that's
was
Classico.
yeah, it was true Classico. I remember there was
format.
episodes. Yeah, we're doing the Classico. There was episodes with Greg. I remember that were so bad, not even because the audio was bad, just because like, my ass is always gonna put out content, even if the fucking conversation sucks or there's a lull in it. But I remember there was episodes with him that were like 6 minutes had passed by and everyone was on their phone, and I was like, yeah, we can't do this one, dude.
Sometimes it was hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
he didn't, because unless he was interested in the shit, he nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't give a fuck. He would just accept the shit.
I will say it's hard for me sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
have
I
to
get
be
you.
actively listening. Sometimes you guys get too deep
Into the
into
shit.
like just the terminology that I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I can't follow.
Lost.
But I mean, it's a good thing because I'm slowly learning what the fuck you guys talk about sometimes. You know, like
I do find that, like, so I've been gone. I've been listening to all the
Uh-huh.
episodes with you, and I'm like shocked. I'm like, damn, Ruben kind of woke, dude. Like, damn, dude, when did this happen, dude?
fucking. I was literally explaining to one of my coworkers like, nah, bro, communism good.
Yeah.
He's like, no, but like dictate. But I don't want to be in a dictatorship. Like, that's
Fool,
not
you're
communism.
in one, fool.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
you're
oh,
already
you
in
mean
one.
like what we're doing now?
Yeah. You're already
He's
in
like,
one. What are you
well,
talking
I
about?
mean, I'm like, nah, man, capitalism sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it sucks dick. It sucks dick, and there's like less rights to be had, which is ass. Anyways, and then Shoggy would come in and be like, actually, name a good communist country, and you're like, no, dude.
Shaggy's Hosea ass.
Yeah. Dutch. There's got. Wait, hold on. Did I tell you? So, we were watching.
Gross.
We were like, we were babysitting,
fucking-
right? Me and my brother and his girlfriend were babysitting, and while we were babysitting, I was playing Red Dead Redemption, and like the baby was like doing his little baby stuff, and then
Yeah.
he
Goes
just
to
out of
crack.
nowhere he started crying, right? And like my brother's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, we just fed you everything, and he's like, why is he crying? Why is this guy fucking? He just started crying out of nowhere, and he picks him up, and then I'm playing Red Dead, and I'm like, he's got doo-doo in his butt, Dutch. And my brother fucking almost died laughing, dude. He almost dropped the baby because he was laughing so hard. Dude. It's like Dutch, he's got
doo-doo in his butt.
Dutch, he's got doo-doo in his butt. Dutch, it's either that or pee-pees, Dutch. Dude, he was fucking dying. He like literally almost dropped the baby laughing so hard.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah, dude. Like, Arthur, it's not doo-doo, Arthur. Arthur, I got an upset tummy, Arthur.
Yeah, well, if it looks like doo-doo and it
Yeah.
smells like doo-doo, I'm finna thinking it is doo-doo.
All right, I went to go get water and help my wife carry stuff up the stairs. What's going on? What is that voice?
He's got
We were
doo-doo
talking-
in his butt.
He's got doo-doo in his butt, Dutch. You haven't played Red Dead Redemption, have you?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm
no, we
glad.
used to do
Okay.
these bits all the time, like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Dutch.
Dutch. It's called
Dutch, I think I got doo-doo on my butt.
No. I was like, Dutch, I'm genderqueer, Dutch. Dutch,
Dutch, yeah, there was the one where we were like, we had like piss fetish
Yeah.
version where he was like, ma'am, if you could just offer me a trickling of urine in these parched conditions.
I just remember being like, Dutch, I went down to the general store and I accidentally, not knowing what it was, I put on a skirt. I felt real pretty, Dutch. Really changed and I didn't see myself. And then Dutch being like, Arthur? A man?
Arthur?
It's disgusting. And then Hosea being like, down in San Francisco, we had something called genderqueer. It's totally normal, Dutch. So, yeah,
You'd
Arthur-
fit right in
yeah.
you'd fit right in one of the cabarets.
Yeah, Arthur, feel free to express yourself, Arthur. Gender is a social construct.
Life
Arthur.
is for living.
Yeah, gender is a social construct, Arthur. And then Arthur, or
Neo pronouns.
Yeah, neo pronouns. It's got neo pronouns. That's just being like, oh, but men were men, and and women
This is
they were
why
also
we
men.
need to go to the bikini.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! It's so stupid. The arc of the show is legitimately the stupidest shit that's ever existed. I love it.
Well,
I
hopefully
missed
we can get some ads monetized now with the new name.
now with a new name. Fucking we're. I've been actually like unironically, I have been keeping up with the news and everything else, so that way I can do a little bit of like not misinformation spreading, the opposite actually, like good information
Like
spreading.
true information spreading, if
Yeah,
you will.
yeah,
Yeah.
Me when I spread real information.
Yeah.
No, like I've been keeping up with I've been listening to this podcast that I think I can't tell.
Please
if
tell me
Sean,
it's not Pod Save America.
No, it's not. I do still
Thank
listen to
God.
Pod Save America though. It's very funny to me how bad, like
No,
they're
it's
late.
really bad. The Chapo Boys got kicked out for like
Yeah.
heckling them from the crowd, I think, once or twice.
The
Live
latest,
shows.
I think the latest episode that I heard recently was like it was about the coming, like it's about like how bad. It's essentially they're aware that like fascism is here, like we're in a constitutional crisis
Yeah.
and all this shit, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
aware of all that stuff, and they had this girl come on, and she wrote she wrote a few books. She's actually, I think she was on Truanon too, which is a very wild guest to have, right? Like to have
Yeah.
someone on both of those things. But anyways, in it she was talking about how like she writes a blog about like financial reports and stuff, like financial, like how like the cryptocurrency
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I think I remember that episode, actually. That was a really good episode of Truanon.
And so she is on Pod Save America, and the Pod Johns are like, so what do you like? You know, you have a kid, you have children. Like, what do you suggest? Like, are you worried about the future for your
Yes.
kids? And like, what do you think? Like, what actions would you take? And then she was like, honestly, riots work. And
Yeah.
then he was like, oh no. I think
I
having a
fucking
strong,
love the Pod Johns
Yeah.
so
He
much,
was like,
man.
"Oh, I
They're
think,
so fucking feckless.
He's like, I think we, strong, smart policies.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up, dude. Shut your ass up. She was literally just like, violence works. She's
It
like,
does.
Yeah,
It
she was
does,
like-
man. It does. You know how you get a bully at the playground to stop bullying other kids? You beat the shit out of
Yeah,
them
you beat
once
the
or
fuck out of them.
twice.
How do I know? I was
Make
the
him
bully that
think
got his
twice,
shit stomped in, right? I got my fucking ass kicked, and I realized, well, I guess the entire school wants to smoke. I can't
Yeah,
fight a whole school.
exactly. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, I can't fight a whole school, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like so,
thinking back, I think the moment that radicalized me is when I heard "City Hall" by Tenacious D for the
was
first
it-
time.
what was I don't know that song. What is City
It's
Hall?
a song where they literally start a riot at City Hall, and then they take over the world as the two kings, and then they start like beefing with each other. But it's like it starts off as like a rock song, and then it turns into like a fucking smooth jazz song by the end. They're like talking about like
And that
like,
transition radicalized me.
Yeah,
transition rap because it was my two favorite genres. Anyway, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're like saying like, we go down to City Hall. We're thinking about all the politicians fucking shit up. Yeah, we should fucking start a riot.
Yeah, that's right.
We got people in the streets burning fucking buildings and breaking fucking windows.
I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard at the fucking the like unofficial Minecraft ads that I was getting of like Jack Black, where he was like, I am breaking blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. Like, this shit was fucking that stupid. Some asshole just made that, and it fucking was better than anything I've ever seen. It was fucking incredible.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it fucking made me. I was dying laughing.
Wait for things, good things come.
Yeah. What was it? I couldn't. There was a moment in my life when I couldn't stop saying chicken jockey,
Oh,
just randomly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was. I didn't watch the movie, but
In some respects, I am glad that you were taking a break during that period
oh
of
yeah, it
time.
would have been
Because
fucking.
I was going insane.
Yeah. I would have lost. You would have lost your mind at me because there was. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there
It was,
moments.
listen, having to deal with, listen, I was having to deal with Shogs doing it. Having to deal with you and Shogs doing it would have sent me over the edge. Either or, and I would have been okay.
Yeah. The two of us combined.
I can tank that that sort of like pecking psychic damage. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
it becomes just like it's like it doesn't really hurt, but it's annoying having like a woodpecker on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
Christine was on the verge of
just
leaving
keeps
me.
going.
My relationship was about to be over
In
because
shambles.
because she would say like, "Oh, what do you think for dinner today?" And I'd be like, "Chicken jockey." Like
No.
or like my mom needed to get picked up, and like I was at work and I couldn't pick her up, and so then my brother is like he was at work too. We were trying to figure out how to get my mom home from the hospital, and like Christine was like, "Oh, we could Uber." She's like, "Marcus, what's your like old Uber thing?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, let me send it to you." And I just texted her chicken jockey, and, and then I texted her the real thing, but she was not happy about that at all. She,
Yeah, no, she was right.
yeah,
She was right for not being happy about that.
I keep the other thing too that I've been doing is that I keep the nose on. I keep the nose in my pocket so that when I go on Twitter, like when I'm at work, I'll go into the back of my LLV where it's extremely hot in the like actual trunk part, and I'll take my nose out and I'll put it on, and then I'll tweet my most hot overloaded thoughts with the nose on. You know what I'm saying? Like a focusing lens for the fucking psychotic.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking going in like one of those 200-degree like saunas for like 5 minutes just to sweat out the evil spirits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To say stuff like women be false flagging. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the other? Osama bin Laden is from Sacramento.
Pussy from Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
I think was another one you had recently.
Yeah. I would never bend over backwards for a woman, but personally, I would always bend over for a woman. I think it'd be more impressive if we had a straight pope. Let's see what else we got. Fucking if the coochie ain't in the playlist, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, so just the thoughts of you like cooking your brain slowly,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad when I had a boyfriend,
constantly experiencing like what would be your final moments, essentially, just like over and over.
The best one is the Godsmack cover, and it says "When the pussy got collagen peptides." Because I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about I've been thinking a lot about collagen peptides, like as a concept.
What is it?
I don't know. It sounds cool.
All
I know
right.
I know I take them in the morning. I take
Oh.
them, right? But I
Wait,
don't.
but you don't know what they are?
I don't know what they do.
I think they're good for your
Legitimately, I don't
skin.
know.
Why do you take them? Who told you
Because-
to take them?
I don't know. I started. What happens sometimes is that like I get on like bodybuilder forums and I see what like the stacks that these guys are on, and then like I think I hallucinate later that I read something was good about it, and then I just start taking it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just
I
like,
do the same thing. I do the same thing, but like for things that happen in dreams. Like
Yeah.
I will remember things that happen in dreams later. It's like, oh yeah, that happened, and then I'll go and find it didn't actually.
Did I tell you
That
about
didn't happen at all.
my Alan Torpor dream?
No.
I had a dream. I had a dream that there was a streamer. I had a dream I was watching a streamer on YouTube, and he was like melting down, having a crash out. So I had a dream that I was on my phone in my bed watching a compilation of a streamer crashing out, and it was over a game called Alan Torpor Dragon Attorney. And the dude
This is a great name for a game. Anybody in the Discord want to cop this for some fan art? I'd appreciate it.
character, I don't think they want to draw this guy. The main character is what I can only describe as like he looked like Black Dynamite, but he had a yarmulke and a big ass Star of David, and he had and underneath his, or like over his big ass oversized fro, he had the like giant, the like white curly that barristers wear.
Oh yeah.
He had that
Like
over,
that fake like what's it called, like a painted wig or whatever.
yeah, he had that on over an afro, so like it didn't fit So it's massive, right? And he's wearing like a yarmulke on top of that, right? And it's
I
like,
don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. This seems like an incredibly fun drawing challenge.
and then he like is, he looks like Black Dynamite. He's got like a big black mustache, like the big curly puffy, like the big handlebar, and like he's over here he's like sort the papers, and he's pressing X and stuff, and the chat is like, why does he look like that? And then he's like, he's a dragon attorney. He does law. He does dragon law. Shut up. Leave me alone. And I'm watching this like, damn, this is incredible. Like
This is content right
yeah.
here.
I'm like thinking to myself, like, how do I do this for the show? Like, fuck, how would I do? Like, this is incredible. Fucking, oh my God, dude. Oh my, and like, yeah.
The true golden era of this venture that we have here together is when our schedules line up and we're not working stupid hours every week, and we can just like regularly stream some batshit on Twitch or something for
Yeah.
like 3 hours a couple times a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a group playthrough of like Disco Elysium or something where we're trying to make the most schizophrenic guy possible.
I think the game that we should all play is Ark, right? I think we should
Ark?
get a private server. Yeah, a private server.
God damn it. God damn it. You've been in his ear, Ruben.
No.
You've been
I
a
haven't
worm
played-
in his ear.
We used to play Ark way back.
We used to play Ark.
No,
all
I
the
know,
time,
I'm sure you
and
did.
Ruben is an incredible troll. I was telling him.
Does
about
it have
this-
boats?
It does have.
it
Yeah,
has
yeah,
boats. You
yeah.
can
Is
build
that
things
ships?
on the
Yeah,
boat.
you can. So you can
Not
build
ships,
on.
but yeah.
It's got like a raft, and then you can
have
build like a whole
cannons.
entire house on your raft. and
There
just
is a
have-
cannon. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
there's-
cannon,
there's
and do the
cannons.
cannons do damage to structures?
Yes, they do.
That's
Yeah.
like.
Okay, I
what
think
they're
I might be
used
in.
for.
People
But
do
Okay, I
this.
think I might be in.
It's more than that though.
Yeah,
Like, you
people
I
can build
know,
rockets
but that was
for
what I did in Atlas. Was I just like I would go raiding with a friend, and we would like build the shittiest possible sloop, put a really good sail on it so we went super fucking fast, and we would load up like a tamed bear with a cannon and just raid the shit out of an island.
people
We'd
build-
just park offshore, steal everybody's shit, and then we would build like an underwater cube, hide
you
it
wanna
all in
get-
and come back to it later.
If you want to get really in detail, in Ark you can make cages and put other players in them.
Oh, you could do that in Atlas too. No, we had a in my guild we had a like a oubliette actually that we would throw like mostly Chinese guild members
Damn,
from the Chinese clans because they wouldn't stop fucking raiding us.
they grease like a motherfucker. But
So
no,
whenever we caught one, we'd throw him in a fucking prison cell and just wait until he died of starvation.
in Ark, what I used to do when we would play,
Which takes forever, by the way.
is I would build a raft, and the raft would have a bunch of like what are those called?
Turrets?
Sharp spike walls.
Yeah.
And then when I would see people on the side, like close to the shore or like swimming with their dinos, I would hit them with the spike wall and kill them instantly. And like that was just my go-to move, and was just like killing them. So I had like this siege. I had this siege boat that was like made of wood. It was shit as fuck. It was so funny. The other
Just
thing
with
I
a
used,
spike wall that was
I used to
whack
also
people with it.
because you could just get engrams. I would like hide chests everywhere.
Yeah.
And I would have like it would be full of C4. and I would just blow people's shit up. Like,
my man was out here just doing guerrilla tactics on
Literally,
unsuspecting
yeah.
passersby.
Yeah, I mean,
what, do you remember when we were playing and we got raided by that big ass dragon and I killed it?
yeah.
Yeah, and like Ruben, we were playing and we had like a little base, and this guy decided to just be a dick and like try to destroy our base. And so like I was literally laying all the way down, and through this like 2-inch by 2-inch little break in the wall that I had planned when I built the fucking thing. Ruben was like, "That's so stupid because like people can see in it from outside." I'm like, "No, dude, this is gonna help us in the long run." He's like, "Nah, whatever." But that little like literally a tiny glitch wall that didn't touch.
Yeah.
The guy in the dragon, I had like 50 spears, and I just kept poking him, and I killed him after an hour. And like Ruben was like, "That's insane, dude! Like you literally killed him. You killed him like you poked it to death. You poked this fucking like level 800 dragon to death."
Yes.
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, this is how the game is played, bro." Like,
Yeah. It's
mean, yeah,
called
you just
anti-siege tactics. Look
Yeah.
them up.
got lucky that you were doing more
They used to
damage to it,
build.
and it
They
was
used to
hitting the
build
wall.
like windows that were like this wide, like 3 inches wide and like 3 feet tall.
I used to
Just so
glitch.
that way you had a full range of like shooting a fucking arrow through them.
I would glitch false bottoms on the floors, right? So that way when you looked into it, you would be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking hit their foundation, which is the hardest thing. I'm gonna blow up their foundation so everything I can just get access, and they
Yeah.
would blow up the foundation, and then there'd be a whole other like foundation on top of that was glitched into it. So they would have to be like do twice. They would have to do it twice. It was so funny to see that shit. But like, yeah, no, I played so much Rust that I'm like naturally good at that kind of shit. But like, I
Yeah.
I'm
also
good at like the. I feel like I'm good at the farming and taming
Yeah.
aspect because what I'm doing right now on this server, it's got like 100 times tame effectiveness, and I'm just making an army of terror birds. Terror birds are,
Yeah.
for those of you who know, they're giant fucking chickens that are carnivorous.
yeah, they're carnivorous.
So are
fast.
chickens.
They're terror chickens, yeah.
Cool.
And I love naming them like famous chicken dishes like General Tso and KFC and like 8-piece combo was one of them.
when we were playing, fucking, I was telling him about how I used my first ever fucking bully that I ever experienced in like in like the third grade was this kid named Gilberto, and like I always look back at my life and I can't believe that I got bullied by a guy named Gilberto. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't believe that I fucking allowed myself to be in that position. Like how dare you know what I'm saying? Like your name is Gilberto. It's like so I was talking to Ruben about that, and then he's like, dude, you gotta come and see this new dino that I tamed. And I go and I look, and it's Kilberto, and
It was a pteranodon.
it was a pteranodon named Kilberto. And
Oh shit.
oh my god! But yeah, I think Ark is fun. There's a lot of games that you know what though, I had to delete it. I had to rage delete it the other day. Because when you play it on your own and you play like I like playing it by myself, I just like building. It's a comfy game for me, right?
Yeah.
It's like one of those. It's like Animal Crossing, but with dinosaurs. Is kind of how I imagine playing it, right?
Okay.
So I had like this whole really nice building, and like I had like this nice little. I had like a sunroom where I was growing stuff. Like I was like literally I was playing it, and I had like some dinos. Like I had like a beaver and shit, and I was like, it was beautiful. I was having a nice vibey time, and then it said like, oh, this game like crashed or something unexpectedly. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just reload it. And when I went to go reload it, it had deleted the entire save. So like
Oh
nothing.
fuck.
And so I rage deleted the entire game. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah,
fucking-
no, I get that.
Yeah. So I'll probably.
I've
download
definitely done that for games before.
I'll probably download it again soon and play
You
it
should
again.
play on the server I'm playing because everything is like so fast and there's no people playing on it really. There's literally like 1 or 2 people on the island at any time, and fucking everything like you get everything so fast and harvesting is so high that it's like just everything loses its kind of meaning. So you can really just kind of explore the game more with still having PvP and raiding people's shit. You know, like so it's really like a game of hide and seek.
I don't like PvP at all, dude. I hate PvP games. I hate PvP games because the game stops being fun because I don't care about loot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's not fun.
I
for
get
me.
that.
Yeah,
I feel the same way, honestly, because what I was never in it for like actually taking people's shit. I was just like to keep, I was
Despawn.
just
Yeah,
like,
my favorite thing on
oh
Earth
yeah,
was-
I just stole all their shit and I hid it in a box underwater, and maybe
I had
if I
a high-
remember it's there in the next couple of weeks, I'll come back to it before it disappears.
No, I used to go. I used to only put points in oxygen and health, so I could swim further than anyone else. And I would steal people's shit, and I would go all the way to the bottom of the ocean, and then like just unload it, not in a box or anything, and it would despawn. So that way, if they tried to go and dive for it, they would die before they got to it.
Great.
Yeah, real evil shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just it's.
I've been flying around and finding people's bases and putting sleeping bags near them.
You're,
Sleeping bags let you respawn anywhere.
yeah, it'll let you respawn anywhere.
Cool.
So I'm just like, I'll come back.
Anyways. Fuck. What is some other stuff I've been keeping up with besides gaming shit and video games and stupid shit? Oh, I was trying to say I've been listening to this podcast
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. We're back. I've been listening to this podcast. Sorry, I've been listening to this podcast, and I can't tell if Shaggy would hate it or if he would love it. It's very difficult to tell, but it's from. It's also it's from the like fucking Pod Save America guys, right?
Mm,
But it's a legal podcast called Strict Scrutiny that I've been
okay.
listening to, and it's like a bunch of girls and all of like I say girl women, a bunch of women talking about like law precedents and stuff, and it's actually really interesting to me because there's a ton of stuff that's going on in like the Supreme Court that literally no one is covering or gives a fuck about, right?
Yeah.
And it's like crazy to it's crazy. I think one of the crazier ones that I saw recently that's like kind of getting some kind of play is they might actually rule on this. I think it's Montgomery versus Mahmoud or something like that. I can't remember the case file, but it's about um, people used to be able to opt out if they were teaching gay or like anything that had any curricular that had gay people in it
Yeah.
in elementary school. They could opt out on religious reasons, and
Yeah.
essentially like that meant that you could pull your kid out for the day, or they would ask your kid to leave the classroom for the day while they taught that curricular shit and then come back.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like elementary schools aren't as structured as like a high school where like if you know you're coming in you're getting math and then history and then no
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
elementary schools just kind of teach
A whole lot of the basics kind of all at once. Yeah.
yeah, so like
Like
it was
if I remember like my homeschool curriculums for Calvert School, like grades 1 through 5, like they're the only consistent subjects that I had where I think reading, writing, math,
yeah,
and then it was some kind of science.
yeah,
And then it was like, and then everything else was just like when you were young, it was like drawing, like doing
yeah,
art, fucking geography, history. Like and then you got later, it's like, oh, it's U.S. history now. You're doing biology, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't have the ability because they were running into these issues where like kids were or parents were just pulling their kids out of the school for the day or the week, and it was costing them money because they get for every student that shows up it helps it's how they make money from the federal government from
Yeah, it's
right.
part of the No Child Left Behind thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
they were losing money because so many people were pulling their kids out of schools. So it wasn't it. So they decided to just go away with it, and to say, you know what, your kids are going to learn about this stuff regardless. A lot of like we'll just open up the curriculum, and if you have problems with the curriculum at the beginning of the school year, you could vote to change it, and we'll change it. But no one shows up to those,
Yeah.
so they approved the curriculum, and then as it continued, people started pulling their kids out of school, and the school was like, "Hey, you can't do that. That counts against truancy." So
Hmm.
they brought it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is now ruling on it. And the thing is that if they rule in favor of Mahmoud, who is the claimant bringing the suit,
Yeah.
it essentially puts the onus of approving the curricular or the curriculum to for like every school to every single parent. So that means that every single parent now in America has the ability to change the curriculum of a school.
Or will have rather.
Yeah, yeah, will have the ability based on religious teachings, which right now it's for gay rights. It's saying that like I don't want my kid reading something called Pride Puppy. I don't want my kid reading Uncle Bob's Wedding. I don't want my kid reading these books that have characters that have homosexuality in them because exposure to them is against my religion, right?
Yeah.
Which like it's there is no precedent for that regardless.
No,
But
no.
then it goes further now because now the burden of religion is not as rigorous. So you don't even have to prove that it's against your religion. You could legitimately just be like math is against my religion. So no more math. You
No
know
more
what I'm saying?
math.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah,
you know,
math is the devil.
or like even like evangelical pastors, like this is a more realistic one. Evangelical pastors can say we believe that it's called the Gulf of America, not the Gulf of Mexico, and going against the president is actually against our belief as Christians. So like, I'm pulling all of my kids out of I'm having my church pull all their kids out of your school. You now don't
Yeah.
have funding anymore, right? So like there's a ton of fucking it's literally like it's impossible to enforce first off, but also like it just puts way too much power in the hands of interest groups. And
Yeah.
the thing that made me laugh the hardest about all this shit was Justice
They
Scalia.
never should have added an exemption period.
Yeah,
If you open the door even a crack,
yeah. You cannot give.
people will find a way to increase that level of entitlement that they have.
Yeah. Well, this is just like the I've been doing a lot of like back research and like because it all kind of stems from that I don't want to design the wedding website for a gay wedding. Do you remember that court case?
Yeah. The what was it? There was the gay wedding website one, and then there was like the cake.
Cake,
I think
yeah,
was the
and
other big one.
they're no, they're the same. They're one and the
Oh,
same.
okay.
You're
Oh, they're
right.
the same one. Okay,
Yeah, they're the
okay.
same. Right, and so Justice Scalia, fucking
Sorry
cocksucker
about
that
that.
he is, essentially led the original claimant in their argument because she had claimed I don't support gay marriage, and
Yeah,
I won't participate. I won't make this website or this cake for someone that like for a gay couple, right?
yeah.
Because
That
I
sounds like a pretty
because
clear cut and dry case of discrimination to me, because I think that was covered under
yeah, and then
previous ruling.
Justice Scalia was like, "Oh no. You would make this cake for a couple, right? For a gay couple if they were Christians." And that's how they squeaked it by. Is Justice Scalia literally fucking led her to change her argument, right? So he said you would make this, but the thing is they're not Christian, so it's a against, you know what I'm saying? Fucking insane.
Stupid ass
Oh,
country.
just fell off again.
I hate the United States of America.
I listen. It sucks, but also it is very funny. It is extremely funny that while what they were
Yeah,
reading,
it's like the domino chain of like small to large, just like
well, he had to read.
Justice Scalia leading a claimant so that way he can have like a small thing so businesses don't have to support gay marriage or whatever, and then the giant domino is every parent in America has direct control
Yeah,
over the over
over
the
what gets
grade
taught.
school
Yeah.
curriculums.
Well, it gets crazier because while he was saying that, like, they were trying to make the argument that this book, and it's a correct argument, that these books do not promote gay lifestyles. They just happen to have gay people in them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so, like
Yeah.
in the Pride Puppy one, it's literally like an A. A is for apple, B is for balls, C is for, like campfire,
Cupcake.
like cupcake, whatever.
Yeah,
It's literally that. And
yeah,
Pride Puppy, like in it says like P is for pride, and it has like a gay pride,
yeah.
and then like it has all this stuff.
Sounds fine.
But the way that Justice Scalia is describing the book, he's like A is for ass and anal sex, B is for balls and cock, C is for cum. He was literally like illustrating it like that. Like, no, dude, you're out of your fucking. He was saying that there was sex workers, and that there was like, oh, he's like, a woman has a leather jacket, which is a clear sign to like leather BDSM. And then I'm like,
Excuse me?
yeah, literally,
Dog,
yes.
I have a leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's because I'm a fucking lesbian.
It's because
Quite frankly, I have a leather jacket because it fucking deflects the wind pretty well in the city. Like
he literally was
that
trying
shit
to-
looks good on me.
He was trying to say that the inclusion of a woman wearing a leather jacket in this book is inappropriate because it.
Oh my god, we're going right back to fucking like your skirt is too far up above your ankles territory again, aren't
And
we?
then-
Jesus fucking
In
Christ.
the other one, Uncle Bob's Wedding. It's a story about a little girl who her Uncle Bob is getting married to
Okay.
to his boyfriend,
Okay.
and in it she doesn't want her Uncle Bob to get married because he won't spend as much time with her.
Yeah.
And that's her favorite uncle.
A
And
pretty
it's, like,
common type of story to tell children,
Yeah. And so the story is the mom sits her down and is like, "No, your Uncle Bob, loves his boyfriend, and they want to like get married, and like in the way that me and your dad got married.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
You're here. You know what I mean? And it's a story about
Yeah.
how like you have to accept.
It's a story designed to teach children that the world is larger than their immediate view.
And
Yeah.
like so,
It teaches empathy,
yeah. And then
literally.
he reads the book and is like, yeah, her the reason why she doesn't want her Uncle Bob to get married to his boyfriend is because she has religious objections because she doesn't
A
agree.
4-year-old?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
A 4-year-old has religious objections, dog?
Objections. And like, what are you?
A four,
What are you? What are
the
you
maximum
talking
level of objections a 4-year-old can have is that they don't want to eat their fucking
about?
vegetables.
Yeah,
And then
that
you
they
go,
want
here
their
comes
uncle.
the
Yeah, they
airplane.
want their
You make
favorite
them eat their
uncle to
fucking
be.
vegetables anyway.
Yeah, they want their favorite uncle to spend all their time with them. Not the
Exactly.
fucking,
Yeah,
like,
I was the exact same way when I was 4. I loved hanging out with my Uncle Wesley.
yeah, yeah. You see, and like, so she was like, no, that obviously the mother is promoting, like a gay agenda, like an acceptance of gay people when the daughter has religion.
It's a psyop. They're
Yeah, yeah.
psyoping us all.
Literally,
They're trying to turn the straight children gay. And it's like, motherfucker, a 4-year-old does not have a sexual identity.
Identity, yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why.
they want that. Well,
like-
they would want that. That they're fucking disgusting.
Well, yeah,
ass. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. They're fucking pedophiles. But like no, realistically speaking, like a fucking 4-year-old does not have like a fucking sexual identity. They barely even have a fucking gender. Like
Yeah.
they're just I don't know how to describe it as they're just a little guy. Like
Yeah.
they're still learning like how to think. Like very basic thought processes too. Like at 4 years old, my brother was still like putting bugs in his mouth to see if they hurt or not. Like
There, at 34 years old, I still am doing this.
yeah.
And it's spicy.
Like yeah, sometimes spicy. Yeah, but anyways, like like shit, man. At 6 and 8, my brother were throwing like clods of like clay dirt at each other from behind these like giant hills, pretending to do war. And it didn't even occur to us that if we got hit with one of these in the face, it would hurt until it
So,
actually happened.
When I was a kid, I had gay uncles and I had gay aunts.
Yeah,
Right.
I
And
did
when
too.
when I
My
was-
second my second cousin's gay.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I didn't understand. I was like, why don't my gay uncles and my gay aunts get together? Because like,
Exactly.
the whole thing is that like my gay uncle is like a dude that is like acting like a lady, and then
Yeah.
my aunt is like a lady that's acting like a dude. Like they're perfect for each other. Like why?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes
Because that's how a child interprets the world. They just
Yeah.
look at things, they look at things that are like things, and they're like, oh, these two like things might be like each other.
yeah. And I
and-
remember being like, this makes sense to me. And then I brought that up
Very
to my
basic thought process.
I brought that up to my uncle and was like, how come you're not with Aunt Kathy? Like this.
and I'm sure it got a good laugh, too.
He fucking laughed his ass off. He laughed so hard, and then he was just like, he goes
literally the whole concept of the show with what's his name, fucking kids say the darndest things.
Yeah.
Like-
And he was just like, he goes like, he's like, being gay doesn't mean that I'm girly. He's like, being gay means that I love men. And I'm like, oh, I like dudes. I like dudes. He's like, no, I love, you don't understand, it's different. Like, and him explaining that to me changed like so much of like, oh, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was at 6, I was ready to understand that like, you know, people can express love in different ways. And like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's fucking, it's infuriating. A lot of it really, like a lot of all of this, a lot of the reason why people are reacting in this way it's because it's a radical notion that we are losing control of the flow of information to children. And like,
Yeah.
the thing about that is like, that's partly true, but also like trying to control the flow of information to stunt them is bad. Do you get what I'm saying? If your entire life you're told men and women are the only thing that is acceptable for like a man and a woman in a relationship, that's it. That's the only thing that's acceptable.
Yeah.
You can't have anything else. And that's like socially been just beat into you no matter what. As you get older, if you develop any feelings that stray from that, you now have a deep shame. And that
Yes.
shame can now be controlled.
Yeah.
And now you're in the pocket of someone that
Exactly.
knows your shame.
Or you're not even necessarily like in the pocket of someone too. Like a lot of like, I will say this, like as a person who started like transitioning in their like mid to late 20s, that often like a lot of times I think there isn't even a person controlling you. I think it's just the fear
Yeah.
of being found out. It's like a very nebulous thing that leads you to like self-censor a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know who could be like watching, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that,
So
I mean, like,
it's
and
much
that
more insidious, I feel like.
even more,
But I completely agree.
it's even more insidious because then that level of control, I like this is where Shaggy would disagree with me immediately. But
Oh well, he's
that
sick. He doesn't. He doesn't. If he
that
wanted
level,
to, disagree, he shouldn't have caught the cold or whatever.
I feel bad. I feel bad for my man.
I
But
do too. I hope he feels better.
the
I miss you, Sharks.
the reality of that, right? The
Yeah.
reality of like that kind of shame, that control, that self censorship. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That plays a very insidious role in capitalism, in
Yeah.
marketing. You're now marketable. You're now
Yeah.
exploitable, right? They can now sell you signifiers that make you
Yeah.
look more or less
Yeah.
masculine,
Exactly.
right? Do you want
Like
to know?
the same thing happens with that's why so many women get shamed as like very young girls about like their appearance and stuff like that. It's so that way they can get on beauty products and things like that earlier in
That
life.
literally the
Literally.
Andrew Tate shit and like
Yeah, yeah,
courses,
yeah.
masculinity courses. That's just makeup for boys. It's the
Exactly.
same
Yes.
exact
Yes.
fucking.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, and like you're watching all of these dudes prey on these people's feelings of like not being masculine enough. It like
Yeah.
you know like and like did you see that post that's going around on Twitter where people were like you only have two choices of masculinity in this world, and it's
Oh yeah,
either
and it was like
it was
fucking who was
Hassan,
it?
it was Hassan,
Hassan Piker, which
and
is
then
like, I mean, I view
he
him as an
fucks,
overall,
he
yeah, he
fucks, yeah,
fucks, like I know he keeps like feminine toiletries and things like that in his house for if he has guests over,
for girls.
like
This
so he
yeah,
has a bare level of
yeah.
consideration for others,
You know what?
right?
Can I be real with you?
I used to do that.
Everyone has the game fucked up because people all the time, especially when I was younger, like people would call me like this is a few years ago, like not a few years
Yeah.
ago, like 10 years ago when I was in
Yeah.
my 20s,
Yeah.
and people would call me a simp. Marcus is a fucking simp. Marcus is a fucking simp. Bitch, I am from the R&B era. All right, Casey and JoJo would sob into the pussy, and they would get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm from that shit. I will cry. I will fucking. I love you.
Yeah.
I'll cry. I'm emotional. I'm invested.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hitting it raw, and I'm crying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and you know what? While I do it,
from the back,
yeah,
sucking
hit it from the back. Like I'm telling you right now,
and screaming.
yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to, like, what is it? Every freaking day and he's about to cry. He's about to cry singing about how he's trying to
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
on you.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's fucking, that shit's power. That is powerful shit.
Yeah.
Right? Those guys are dead. Now everyone's, like, trying to get their dicks
Yeah.
up and they haven't washed
Fuck,
their ass
even
in
that
6
one
weeks.
even that one Shaggy song with what's his name? Shorty called me and she called me
Yeah.
red-handed, sleeping with the girl next door.
Yeah. And he
and
felt bad.
it ended with him saying, babe, I'm sorry that I
Yeah.
you thought I was gone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's real. Like, fucking.
Like literally, like, please take me back. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I had no idea. I love
fuck-
you and only you.
Yeah, I
like,
fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry it took me fucking up to find this out. Like,
like,
yeah.
I'm from that
Kelly.
era. I'm from that era, okay?
Yeah.
I absolutely I don't care if you call me a simp because either way she let me hit, right? And that's all like that's all that matters in the long term. But in even the longer term, she let me hit and she cares about me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Like, what the fuck are these guys like allergic to being happy? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, 'cause they're
yes, they
gay.
are. They
It's
are
because they're
fucking
gay.
allergic to being happy.
because literally Andrew Tate would be out of a job tomorrow if fucking bro jobs were like socially acceptable. Right? I'm telling you right now, if it was socially acceptable to suck off your
Dude.
homie, like on nothing gay about it, if it's
Yeah.
just, two dudes sucking each other off and being
Mhm.
friends,
Yeah.
Andrew Tate would immediately the whole
Yeah.
manosphere
The
would
whole
collapse.
like system of toxic masculinity would just
Collapse
evaporate.
I
instantly.
mean, technically, it already was back in the Roman times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And they want that so bad, but without the gay sex, and they don't understand the gay sex is what made it good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. It's part of it. Like,
Yeah, it's part
Yeah,
of it.
made them buff.
Yeah, yeah.
The ab workout,
Like
bro.
they were like I think like Abby had mentioned this to me at some point, but like they were a society that had completely normalized homosexuality, but only respected the tops.
Yeah, which we kind of are in that. We are kind of in that, right?
Yeah,
It's fine.
like
It's fine. But I also think bottoms deserve respect. First off, all right,
yeah,
all right.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the work you put into it.
Yes,
You know
thank
what?
you.
You know what the difference between like a top and a bottom is? That a top is
Mm-hmm.
just like ready to go. A bottom had to plan that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, unless
That's
you're
right.
getting your shit painted on, which I hope to God you're not. Right, like that sucks. But also, like put a little appreciation in that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's way more work that goes into that. The reality of society is that there's only two kinds of people, right? There's tops and there's bottoms, and
That's so true.
right. And like it doesn't.
All my homies either tops or bottoms.
Yeah, legitimately, because like a top will be like, yeah, I'm here to
Gotta
show
clip
up.
that too.
I show up
That
to
should
work.
be the episode title.
A top is listen. Every single manager in America is a bottom. All right.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Right. Everyone who is in control of who manages a group of people, that's bottom energy. You know why? Because it takes a concerted effort to get what you want. Right. The pleasure of doing the job, of getting a job done. Right. Every single worker that goes into work every day and just fucking shows up and fucking does his shit and goes, that's a top. That's top energy. You just go in, you do the bare minimum, you leave, you don't give a fuck about whatever the fuck. You work in a kitchen and you fucking leave a mess for the night crew to take care of, right? That's top energy. You did what you put your time in, whatever. You fucking gotta go home. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if you go in there and you like, well, I gotta make sure that the night crew doesn't have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? I wanna that's your bottom. It's fine. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
This respectable. Like I don't know. Fucking, we've been at it for an hour. Let's.
I don't know. I feel like that applies to everywhere but kitchens.
That might be true too. Actually, there's a lot of like messy bottoms in kitchens.
No, everybody.
I think that does
everybody's
about
supposed
do it for this episode, though.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
there's one top in all bottoms.
The chef, yeah, the head
Yes,
chef.
chef.
Yeah, chef. Yeah.
Fuck your ass, yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
All right, let's shout out to the following homies.
Oh,
$10
yeah,
more
you do it
dollars.
this
Yeah, I
time.
got it. $10 more to the Gorilla Chow Fund.
There's some good ones.
Blank. Carrie.
It's an underscore, actually.
Oh, underscore.
Yeah,
Carrie,
thank you.
my favorite, along with Cassios are in cahoots for real. CHO Feskatch, Dead Raccoon, did it all for the cookie. Dr. Feather, Professor of Scubology. Dr. Feather, Dr. Father, Professor of Scubology. Fuzzy Nalgas, Grungus Fungus Dungus, Hamwich, aka Hamstrokers Ejacula. You know what? I'm just calling you White Daddy now. Whatever, White Daddy. How stupid are you on the Kinsey scale? Pal, very stupid. I gave my cousin a
that's
head
a
of
new one.
lettuce smile. Imagine Chaos Dragons, Jade, Kevin Villasane, Kiefer, Christopher Lynch, Malik Nunez, Marin Omo, Pablo Hummus, Ripstone, Roboy Shmoo, Somewhere Systems, Steven Civignano, Stolen Valor, Jody, The Double Threat, Theo, A Single Shoe Left on the Roadside, A Bag of Sand, Andrew Morgado, Augur.
Oh, hold on. I think hold on now. I think that shoe's not active.
Oh,
I always click the active tag.
damn it. Okay, let me keep doing
You know,
this shit.
fun fact. The other day I realized Hamwich's name is a joke on Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't realize that at first. I thought he was just being gross.
That's also true. You would do that. Okay, we're gonna start over from the top. That's what we're
No,
gonna do. Yeah,
no,
we are,
we no
'cause
the
I
10.
fucked
No,
it all
I
up.
checked the tens. Tens are fine. A Bag of Sand, Andrew Morgado, Augur, Balix, Bill Nyquil, the sleepy guy, Brody, Brian H, Cha Cha Slide, Chris McTiger, Chris Wade, Cody Hewitt, Doug M, even smaller Micro Peenhus, Frank Javsey, Fred Sherman, Gabriel, Griselda Noises, Harold Merrill, He Neville, He Devil in France, Infestidek, James Gilbreath, Jason Zoller, Jim Schmungus, Joe Cassidy, Jonathan Weber, K. Bien, second page, Keegan is typing, ... Kinsey Trail, Knife Dog, Laura, Luke Simasek, Marie, Mr. Gorbachev, tear up this ass.
Very good. Very good.
Miss Bird, names, Neo Vagina Priestess, Knickknacks G, Oganesson, Patrick Goldman, Richard Kochnar, Ryan, Sadish Radish, Socram Legnar, Solidus Red, Super Mailboy 64, the disfigured love child of Homie Vulgaris, the Homie Shop Steward, the Lolly Lule Low, the Limit, get creative with the rest of it. Okay, so last week when we read their name off, so they had for weeks they had like the beginning of a recipe in their name, and then last week had updated their name to will include the rest of the recipe soon.
Yeah.
And this week they just said, just make it up, just
Slice
figure
of-
it out. So
slice-
there you go, folks.
Slice of a beer go ham. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. You
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
Slice it up.
The Tarkin wax replica, willing to straw purchase a gun, world's largest Margot Peenhus, and world's largest micro Peenhus.
I do want to say, I think the Tarquin, is that a Mortal Kombat?
I have no idea.
Are you doing Mortal Kombat stuff? Because listen, I fuck heavy with Mortal Kombat stuff. All right, DM me. Let's talk Mortal Kombat. Suck my penis.
Suck my penis.
Suck me, fuck me, because I'm gay now. All right,
Thank you, everybody, for listening. We're signing off.
Bye.